Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the newest addition to the Blitz Astral quads from Pat McGrath. This is the shade Ritualistic Rose. Now if you remember, she just recently released these two, Iconic Illumination and Nocturnal Nirvana. I have already done looks with both of these and reviewed them, so I will leave those linked down below if you're interested. But today we're talking about the newest addition as well as two new products to the collection, which are called the ChromaLuxe Hi-Lite Creams, which come in two different shades, so I went ahead and picked them both up. This one down here in the blue is called Astral Blue Star, and then this one is Pale Gold 002. I'm going to show you this look with the palette, as well as both of these on the eyes separately and the gold one on the cheeks. So you'll get to see everything in action. But before I do, as always, I'm going to go ahead and get into the information on the products. Inside this beautiful light pink and gold packaging, we have this beautiful rosy gold collection of colors right here. And yes, we have special shades. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the colors. First, we have Antique Gold 002, described as a glistening antique gold. Astral Rose Orchid, glittering rose gold. Rose Quartz 005, Metallic Plum Gold, and then lastly we have Beyond Bronze 003, described as a sparkling deepened bronze. Just like the other two quads, this retails for $65, but this one is not available on Sephora, whereas the other ones are. This one is a Pat McGrath site exclusive, at least for now. I don't know if it will be permanently, but I just know that as of right now, it's only on Pat McGrath's website. Now getting into the ChromaLuxe Hi-Lite Creams. These are the boxes that they come in, and then these are the actual tubes right here. This is a cream product that you can use on your eyes or your face. And the description reads, this gel cream highlighter shines with radiant glittering effects for the eyes and face. Available in sparkling gold and brilliant blue iridescence. Pearlescent pigments create multi-dimensional shine with a smooth texture that's exceptionally adhesive and applies effortlessly with finger or brush. This glittering full coverage cream stays in place for lasting wear and high impact diamond sparkle intensity. Each of these retail for $30, and again, only on Pat McGrath's website. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into the demo, and I'm going to start off with these. Now she mentioned that you can use your finger or a brush, so I use both and I see which one works. We will see how that goes. I'm going to use Astral Blue Star on this eye with an Elysium Zuri brush. Hopefully you can see that. I just picked up a little bit of product on the side of the brush, and I'm going to go straight on the lid. My eyes are not set, by the way, so I'm using the Anastasia primer. I didn't set it. I did let it set up on its own, but I didn't use a I didn't use a shadow to set it. I wanted to see how this worked all by itself. I'm just kind of blending it out right now. I'm not trying to make any kind of look out of this. I just want to see what it looks like on the eye. I'm kind of going to wave this, give it a little bit of time to kind of set up. And then I'm going to see what happens if I go in with a flat brush and if I can layer this product on my eye. I do see that it kind of catches a little bit in the crease. You guys can see that right there. And I did try to kind of blend that out, but it just seems to kind of want to stay there. Touching it, it feels dry now. I'm not getting any transfer on my finger. So I'm going to go in with a Delium 773 and a little bit more. I'm just going to kind of tap this over top. So I feel like if I swipe, it kind of moves the product a little bit. Okay, so I feel like that's not working out. I feel like this looks kind of funky. Let me see if I can remove and smooth this out with my finger. Again, it's just wanting to stay right there. I definitely think this is a product that is going to be best applied in a sheer fashion. So, I mean, I think that looks beautiful. I think the center of my lid might be a little bit messed up, but, you know, this is trial and error. I haven't used these before. Yeah, that's much better. So maybe use your finger. You could put it on with the brush and maybe just like smooth it out with your finger. That is Astral Blue Star. And I actually think that helped that crease area right here a little bit, like moving it around with my finger. I think it looks much better. I am going to go in and set this eye with MAC Blanc Type. I just kind of want to see how this reacts over top of powder. Maybe it does a better job. I'm going to be using the other shade though. I'm just taking a light dusting of MAC Blanc Type all over the lid and all the way up to my crease. Pale Gold 002 and a Delium 776. This time I'm kind of working the product into the brush on my hand, and then I am going to blend it out on my eye. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I definitely think that it's still moving the the eyeshadow, the primer, everything underneath it. It's kind of crackling, so I'm going to go ahead and try the finger again. A little bit. You can kind of tap for a little bit more opacity. I wish I could get to this inner corner a little bit better, but my nail prevents that. But yeah, the finger's definitely the better way to go, it seems like. And that's with or without the eye being set, your eye primer. I just want to point this out really quickly because it happened with the other blue one as well. It was just sitting here, so make sure that you put your cap right back on because otherwise you'll have some wasted product. Blue Astral Star on this side and Pale Gold 002 on this side. Now that you guys have seen the application of those on the eyes, I will show you how it applies to the cheek after I get into this eye look. Using a MAC 217, I'm going to start off with the brown, applying this to the very outer corner. Then I'm very slowly and very lightly going to bring this up just on the outer edge right here. MAC 221, and I'm going to go in with the purpley pink. I'm going to start off on the outer portion and bring it inward to the crease. And slowly, circular motions, bringing it, bringing it upward. I'm going to be blending this into the brown so they merge together. With the excess from the brush, I'm going to go right around the edge of the brown, right where it ended, so you get a hint of this purple through the edge, right here. MAC 242 in the lightest pink. Applying this starting at the inner corner, bringing it up to the crease, and tapping right around where that brown was, or is. Pat McGrath makes me lose my mind. I can't talk. This color is beautiful. I wiped off my brush and now I'm going to go in with the gold. I'm going to take this right at my brow arch. Wayne Goss number 5 and back in with this shade, and this time I am going to use it wet. Taking this right along the lower lash line. Same brush, and I'm going to go in with the gold, and again I'm going to use it wet. Putting that right on the inner corner, and then I'm going to go add on inner rim liner, Milk Boss liner, you know the drill, and mascara. Now I'm going to highlight. So I'm going to take the ChromaLuxe Hi-Lite Cream in the shade Pale Gold 002, and after I had tried it with the brush and the finger on the eye, I figure I'm going to use my finger to apply this to my cheek. So I put a little bit on my dish right here. You can see there's a little bit left over. I kind of worked it onto my finger and then I start pressing it into the skin. I noticed that applying this on top of my makeup, which, you know, I use powder and everything else, that it adhered really quickly. It set up really quickly, much quicker than it did on the eye. So I would say go in with a little bit at a time and kind of blend out as you want to. I think that this looks really pretty. However, it is very glittery. It is very, very glittery. I took my Envision number 03 brush and I went right around the edges. This had a little bit of the powder that I used to go around this area of my face, and it kind of softened it up a bit. So this looks nice to me, but it is glittery. I know when I go out in the sun, it is going to be very, very, very glittery. I don't think it's very chunky or anything like that. It feels smooth on my skin, but it is going to add just a little bit of texture because after all, it is a glitter, but I do think it's pretty. It's very reminiscent of the shade that is in the highlighting trio, like that gold green, but on the face it's definitely more gold than green. But when I'm looking at it, like, let me get this little bit right here. When I take this and I swatch it out, I feel like I can see a little bit of green in there. Let me know if you can see that. Like, I feel like it's there. I don't think that these are particularly buildable. When you try to go over top of them, they kind of move whatever is underneath of it. So I feel like one layer is best with this. And I definitely think the finger is also the best way to go. I don't think it really matters if you set your primer or if you don't. I just think that using your finger and spreading it out is the best option. And if you're going to use it all over, I would just, again, just spread it out kind of like I did, and it would be much easier if you didn't have long nails. If you wanted to use it, like say with this look right here, I would use my pinky and just take very little product and stamp it on and slightly blend. Otherwise, you might mess up your eyeshadow a little bit. I think this is a product that's just, it's beautiful on its own. So honestly, how I would use this the most is I would take a transition shade like MAC Kid or something along that line and just go right into the crease, add a little definition to the outer corner, lower lash line, and then I would apply this just like I did in the demo with one layer and my finger, and I think it's beautiful. It has a beautiful sparkle to it. It does dry down. As you could see, whenever I was using the brush, it kept getting caught right on my, in this eye, my eyes are not the same shape. This eye, I always have a problem right here. Even with matte shadows or anything else, I get more color in this area. I think it's a little bit deeper set or something on this side, but it definitely got caught there. With my finger, it did help to blend it out, but with the brush, it didn't want to move. It wanted to stay right there. So use your fingers with these, but I do think that they are beautiful. I'm not going to use these as a highlighter. I'm just not going to do it just because they are so sparkly. Now let me get into my thoughts on the actual palette. This is everything I wanted it to be and more. It is so stinking pretty. I do think that the gold shade isn't necessarily anything special. You can find it in some of her larger palettes, and I'll leave swatches of things that are similar to this at the end, so if you're curious about it, I will have that at the very, very end. This shade right here is so pretty. I don't know yet, because I haven't seen on camera, like haven't gone and edited it, obviously, if this shows up how beautiful it actually is in person. This has the best shift and sparkle to it. Like, I live for it. It's gold, it's pink, it's coral, I don't know. It's just stunning. It is so pretty. I would love to take the gold cream light all over and then just stamp this with my finger on top of it, and I think that it would just be killer. And then to add this gold on the inner corner, oh, that would be such a look. This shade is really killer. This would be beautiful all over the lid as a smoky eye as well. And traditionally, that is how I'm going to end up using a palette like this, is with one shade, but I like to show all of them in my tutorials, and I really like the look that I got anyway. I have to say that this palette, along with the Iconic Illumination, I think that these are going to pair really well together. I am definitely going to be doing a look with these two together. All right, and I know you guys are going to want me to sit here and rank these. Okay, so this one's last only because of the color scheme. I love it. Do not get me wrong. I love every one of these. I would not give them away. You would not be able to pry them out of my cold, dead hands. But that is going to be the bottom. So for the top, it's between these two. I don't know. The pink in this one is amazing. And then the green duo multi-chrome, whatever this is really amazing too. So this, I would say, is a favorite for daily wear, but then like for some fun, I don't know. These are tied. I can't make a decision between the two. They're so beautiful. I love the entire collection. You guys let me know what you think about this. What did you think about this eye look? Are you picking this palette up? And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.